Monster Hunter is a long-running video game franchise that has traditionally been more popular in Japan than over in the West. In fact, it was the most popular series in all of Japan. With the previous entry in the series Monster Hunter World and now Monster Hunter Rise, the series has taken off in the West as well and has become one of the most popular video game franchises worldwide. Monster Hunter is about, you guessed it, hunting monsters and using their parts that you harvest from them to create stronger weapons or improve your gear, so that you may hunt even stronger monsters. The setup of the game is that you're a member of Kimura Village, which is about to be attacked by a calamity known as the Rampage. As the new hunter, it is up to you to defend the village and discover the source of the rampage. But before you can start hunting, you'll have to pick a weapon. There are 14 unique weapon types in Monster Hunter, each of them having their own moveset and weapon trees. The early parts of the game are made up of doing single-player village quests. These quests are quite easy and are known as low rank. There are also multiplayer quests known as hub quests, and these go all the way to high rank. High rank quests are harder quests than low rank, but the rewards and weapons made from the materials are way stronger than anything that could be made in low rank. Unlike previous entries, the multiplayer quests will scale down to single player difficulty, so you can solo them if you prefer to. You can also start in the hub doing low rank quests, but I would recommend you finish the village before moving on to the hub. Once you've picked a monster, you can finally start hunting. There are many new additions in Monster Hunter Rise, like the ability to wall run, and more of a focus on endemic life, but by far the two biggest changes are the Palamute and the Wirebug. The Palamute is a new canine buddy, which allows you to ride around on its back, being able to move through the map quickly. You can also use items while on its back. The second major addition is the Wirebug, which is a new resource that allows you to zip around the map Spider-Man style, and it also allows you to do silk bind attacks, which are powerful attacks that take up one of the Wirebugs. Each weapon's silk bind attacks are unique, so it adds a lot of flavor to all of the weapons. Instead of fighting a lot of enemies, in most missions you'll be hunting one large monster, and depending on how powerful they are, the fight could last upwards of 30 minutes. In Rise though, the speed of hunts has been generally sped up, so most hunts won't last that long, averaging around 10 to 15 minutes. After defeating them, you'll have about a minute to carve off some materials from the monster, and you'll also get some parts from completing the quest rewards. One aspect of the game that stands out is its music. Monster Hunter has always had great music, but this entry has especially amazing music. Personally, my favorite is the battle theme for the lava caverns. Along with these normal quest types, there is also the new flagship Rampage quests. These quests are a multiplayer focused quest where large hordes of monsters will attack Kimura at once and you'll have to defend the village. To do that, you will set up encampments around the area and use these encampments to repel the large hordes of monsters. After certain conditions are met, a counter signal will activate, and for a limited time the amount of damage you personally deal will be extremely boosted. At this time, you're encouraged to get off your encampments and fight the monsters head to head. After enough waves, a Apex monster will appear, and they will be extremely strong. Once you defeat the Apex monster though, you will have completed the quest. Shout out to my friend Camden and his friend who helped me film these Rampage sections. Once you complete a quest, you'll head back to the village, and then you can go to the blacksmith and use the parts you've harvested to create better weapons and armor. Each weapon type has an extensive weapon tree, and many of the weapons and armor are tied to a specific monster, so you'll need to hunt that specific monster multiple times to make their gear. Personally, half the fun of Monster Hunter is hunting a monster enough to make its weapons and armor, and feeling that you have a complete mastery over hunting that monster. With the new mobility of the Wireblugs, and the generally forgiving damage that monsters deal out in this iteration of Monster Hunter is arguably the best for beginners, and adds it enough that it's fresh enough for veterans to still have as much fun, if not more than before. Once you understand the flow of the hunt, it can become a very rewarding experience of choosing a monster, hunting it, and then harvesting it, and then using your harvested parts to build new gear and make yourself stronger. You can melt into this flow of hunts and can watch the hours shoot past you. In conclusion, Monster Hunter Rise is a great game that already has hundreds of hours of content, and more is to come with the free title updates coming near the end of April. It is a synthesis of the old and new style of Monster Hunter, and it is amazing. And because it's a return to mobile consoles, it is much easier to fit into your life than World. At $59.99 USD on the Nintendo Switch, Monster Hunter Rise is one of the best games to come out so far in 2021, and is easily worth your money.
Here you go. Yay!